What would you do from here? Because you understand how to solve equations, right, Danielle? Say something.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yes, you do. If I'm solving for x, minus 1 on both sides, your goal is to get the x by itself, right? I'm left with 2x is greater than 2.
Okay.
You need to get rid of the coefficient, divide by 2, divide by 2, x is greater than 1.
Okay.
You treat the inequality, the greater than sign, just like you would an equal sign.
Okay.
Except, if you divide or multiply by -1, you flip it. Flip the direction. We did not multiply or divide by -1, so we didn't flip anything. Okay? When you say it's a negative, what do you mean it?
Like how x, let's say x greater than -1.
If this was a negative coefficient and you had to divide by -2, then you would flip the sign. Okay? It's okay to have x greater than a negative number. That doesn't mean you flip the sign. You only flip the sign or the direction of the sign if you multiply or divide by a negative number when you're solving the equation or the inequality. That's up to you. Do you understand that? Do you know that? I will. Okay. But know that that doesn't really apply right here. Okay? I went through the process of solving for this one to solve for x. Plus 7 plus 7, 4x. This is 0, right? Less than or equal to 5 plus 7 is 12. Divide both sides by 4. We good? Okay. What would you do from here to write the answer? And what does and mean? Not in this case. You know what and means? But thank you for trying. Okay. And is like the intersection. It's what do these two sets have in common? Okay? How would you determine that? It's okay to say I don't know. For me, and my recommendation is that you graph it. You put these on a number line. X greater than 1, you start at 1. Am I including 1? This says what? Do I include 1? I'm asking. Okay, why? So 1 is greater than 1? So do I include 1? No. X is greater than 1. Right? Okay. So is 1 greater than 1? No, then you don't include it. It's not a part of the solution set. Neither is -3, because -3 is not greater than 1. Does that make sense? Okay. So you start at 1 though, but you don't include 1. That's why it's an open circle or an interval notation we use the parentheses. Yes? What does this one read? How does this read? Say it. X is less than or equal to 3. Good. So where do I start? 3. Is 3 included? Yes, because this time is less than or equal to 3. Does that make sense to you? So we start at 3. I'm using a closed circle. And which way is less than 3? Good. In interval notation, we use a bracket, right? So where do they overlap? What numbers or what interval of numbers is included in both sets? Right? So because this is an and statement, you only write what's included in both sets. Where do they start to share? At what number do they start to share? Don't they share all this too? They share some stuff before you get to 2. Okay, well, what about 1.1? What about 1.09? But it starts where? At 1, doesn't include the 1. Doesn't include the 1. Does both sets include 1? So is 1 greater than 1? No, it gets as close as possible to 1, but it doesn't include the 1. So how would I write that in interval notation? You write the 1, but not included. This is as close as possible to 1, but not including the 1. Okay? And then I'll go up to what number? What do they have in common? Is 3 included? Yes, it is. So you use a bracket. When you're writing interval notation, you put the minimum first, comma, the maximum. I'll take questions.
Why do you have to put a bracket?
Why do I have to put a bracket? Good question. When you're dealing with interval notation, bracket means or equal to. Because there's a line under here, it means less than or equal to, so it's a bracket. Over here, it's just strictly greater than. It's not or equal to, it doesn't include the number. That's why we use the parenthesis. This is called an open interval, closed. This piece is open because it doesn't include the 1. It's as close as possible, but this actually stops at 3. It's closed at 3, including the 3. You can stop.